I mean, drugs in athletics has always been an issue. I mean, I was in the stadium in Seoul in '88 when Ben Johnson broke the world record, became the Olympic champion, and then woke up to the news that he tested positive. I mean, it was really shocking. I mean, I think people perhaps knew that there was drugs in athletics, but then when your 100 metres champion tests positive, you just don't expect it to happen. I guess you probably just assumed that people were too smart to get caught, perhaps, because recently it's come into the headlines again. I mean, I think testing is much better than it used to be. I also think this whole area of whistleblowing, of people coming forward and basically pointing the finger at other people and other groups who are taking drugs, again, is something which is, I think it's part of the way the World Anti-Doping Association want to move, because they realise they're almost going to be one step behind the testers. I mean, you think of Marion Jones and Dwayne Chambers and the THG. I mean, Marion took, was it 168 tests? All of them were negative. So people realise it's not just enough to test people. You have to try and get some sort of information behind the scenes to get somebody basically to spill the beans on them. So I think you see a lot more of that happening. And it really does hurt athletics. I mean, I think it's part of the reason that it's not as popular as it was maybe 20 years ago. And when you have a sport which so clearly relies on somebody's physical ability, there's not like the same level of, I guess, like say with a ball sport, ball skills, which you would think aren't affected by taking steroids. That's just a natural ability, something that you train and practice for, or golf or tennis. With athletics, it's about running, jumping, throwing. And if you take a performance-enhancing substance, it's going to have a very clear impact. And so people, when they watch it on the television, they're not quite sure what they're seeing. Is it the natural talent, the hard work, or is it something else?